Thank you for joining the Author Spotlight Show. My name is Gail Watson, founder and CEO of Women Speakers Association and WSA Publishing, a place that is dedicated to sharing and promoting the gifted messages of women in over 120 countries. When we open our hearts to the world and lead with empathy, we are unstoppable. And today we shine the spotlight on this inspiring woman who is transforming the lives of those around her through loving dedication and compassion. So, I would love to introduce to you, I have the proud honor to introduce to you international best-selling author Ines Caps, who is co-author of Voices of the 21st Century, Conscious Caring Women Who Make a Difference. So please welcome Ines.
Thank you so much, Gail.
Great to have you here. You look fantastic. And this is what I really love about your chapter is we are actually talking about appearance and the effects it has on people. And you have a funny story about a haircut and how it can has made a change for you. So let's dive into your story a little bit and please share with us a little bit about it and what inspired you to talk about it.
Yeah, I've been a management consulting for 20 years, and I have worked in engineering industry, in the IT, so very male-dominated industries. And I had an amazing client for 6 years, a huge international engineering company, where I was just me. I loved working there. And when I closed this project, I moved back to Switzerland and I was trying to find a new project. And in one of the interviews I had with a similar company with a similar topic, I received the feedback, we don't believe that you can deal with our engineers as such a tiny woman. And at that point, I had a very long feminine haircut. And this really punched me in my stomach because I was capable I had this amazing success story in the background, and I just couldn't believe that they didn't believe in me. In particular, a couple of weeks after this interview, I shared my success story, and the person who got the job said, Ines, you're way more capable for this project than I am. And I reflected on how I did get my initial success story client. And at that point in time, I had a very short haircut. So I talked to different people and they really said, Ines, you really look tougher with short hair than with feminine long hair. And I couldn't believe that because I'm the same person, I have the same brain, the same experience. So whether I have short hair or long hair doesn't make a difference on how I deal with my business and how I do my job. And that just really tough experience also inspired me to do something about it and to say, I don't want to have this situation any time in my life again. And I want to prevent women also in the management consulting industry to face similar situations. So I really thought I need to do something about it. And that inspired me to found Women Love Consulting.
I love that you have brought this topic and to life and actually shining more spotlight on it because we are in a time that we are it's encouraged to embrace our own style and have it reflect who we are. But what I'm hearing from you is that, hey, that could be judged. You might not get the job because your physical appearance is not quite fitting into what we think would be satisfactory. Just the fact of long hair not being tough enough. That's anyway. So there's probably a lot of women right now going, I know exactly what she's talking about. So tell us, after writing the story, what is it that you want the readers to really take away from your story?
So I would like them to take away that you need to be aware that there are these unconscious biases, and you as a woman, you have the power and also the variety to play with your appearance, to play with your femininity, and it is a powerful tool that you can strengthen and highlight, or maybe mute a little bit. And I also would like them to take away that you need to understand who you are talking to. So really diving into the person and really understand or analyze what type of unconscious bias they might have, and then you are in a way better situation to address it and to really play and be confident about not only your style, but more importantly about your confidence, your competence, and everything what you're bringing to the table.
Wow. So those are very good, strong key points that and you started sparking my mind and making me think back that this goes way beyond long hair, short hair. I mean, I was just in my hairdressers recently where the amount of people going in for pink hair is really in style right now, and blue hair, and people are having fun with their personality and allowing it to shine through. But what I'm hearing is that that's sometimes not acceptable, or is there's biases attached to.
Absolutely, yes. It's biases attached to, and that doesn't mean that you need to, cover your pink, your blue hair, your personal style. It's more important that you are aware of these situations, and then you can address them and really shine your personality, your competence, because when you want a new job, a project, when you negotiate a bigger budget, it's about what you bring to the table and how you solve the problems, how you bring value to your organization, to your boss, to your team. That's the essence. And if you're aware of those underlying biases, and if you can address it, I think it's no problem with you having pink hair. And the person you're talking to has to have a chance to realize that they have biases and that your pink hair doesn't really matter at all when it comes to you delivering a project.
That's awesome. Okay, tell me more about what you do. Um, that I know you work with your company is Women Love Consulting. So tell me more about that.
So Women Love Consulting is my program for consulting firms where I offer a coaching program for 6 months to those consulting firms, helping their female talents to become a strong, confident woman ready for the next career step. And it covers 5 steps from building confidence, getting clarity on their competence, on the value that they bring to the table, building their network, getting the courage to speak up and really build an irresistible business case for them for their next career step. So that's really my program that I offer. And it's less about delivering theory, but really engaging with the women on a weekly basis and getting the women into the doing, building the confidence, building the network, building the business case. So it's really 6 months of doing and transforming, and I can't wait to kickstart this program.
I love that. And I love what you're doing, building community um, around women to come together, but put them, just what you said, putting them into action, doing it so they're not alone. I think that's probably one of the, the biggest things there. So, um, again, I mean, I just love what you're sharing here. There's many women relating to what you're saying. Sadly, actually, that we have to.
Yes.
I just think
Yes.
back into corporate days when I remember taking interview training and you had to wear the navy blue suit and you had to really show up as a man, really, or in a masculine feel.
Fortunately, this is changing. And I think 12 years back, I had a boss who also said, you have to wear black or gray in order to be seen as competent. And I don't wear black anymore. I don't need to have a black suit to, transport competence, but I choose to wear black at some events, and it helps me because it also is an armor that I sometimes need in this world today.
Wow, way to blaze the trail for women and keep widening it, really. This is what we need. I couldn't think of anything better that women now show up with embrace. Hey, my favorite color is pink and I'm wearing it. I'm powerful, right? So, okay, we need to get we need to get a hands on, on your book. Where can we get a copy of your book?
You can get a copy from my website, and it's one word, womenloveconsulting.com. You can also find me on LinkedIn under my name, Ines Kaps, and connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to have a conversation. So I'm really excited to share my story.
Ines, you're wonderful. I want to really thank you for sharing the gift of that you've learned, but to share it for others and just um, open the doors more in a way that we can to bring that consciousness of how we show up. It's all important. So I know you've worked with a lot of women. You've been through it all, and
Yes.
how would you like to conclude with your final words of wisdom?
Um, I would like women to remember the 3 C's. The first C is for clarity, to be really clear on their values and their boundaries. What is your red line? What is really important to you? To the second C is confidence, to be confident in your competence, in your fun and network that you have, because every woman has a network, and a network is open and so happy to help. I think that's something that we really have to remember. And the third C is courage, to really have the courage to speak up. If you don't ask, you won't get it. And gaining this courage and trying it out, I love to say, what would you do if you were not afraid? And then just do it.
Love that. Courage. Well, thank you for having the courage to speak out and own yourself with that such clarity. I want to thank you for really sharing your message. It makes a difference for sure. And to everyone watching, get a copy of your book. This is really, really important. And, or perhaps you know somebody else in your world close to you that should also read this story, should also have a copy of this. This is a great gift to offer someone, to let them know that you see them, and to share this phenomenal message. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. And to our listeners, I want to thank you for joining us, and we will see you again on the next Author Spotlight show.